We keep on doing it. We keep on moving the needle. We keep on telling ourselves, okay, let's see if the Lakers can beat the Knicks. Okay, let's see if the Lakers can beat the T-Wolves. Okay, let's see if the Lakers can beat the Nuggets. All right, let's see if they can beat Houston to start out their 6-game road trip. And guess what? The Lakers have been proving all of us wrong throughout the course of these past couple of games. 6-game winning streak the Lakers are on, and they are rolling on both ends of the basketball court. And it's honestly beautiful basketball to watch. So, you already know what we have to do. We have to talk about all that last night. Some things that I saw that could be a tone setter as far as this Lakers team. What the hell are the Houston Rockets trying to do offensively? Lakers did a good job defensively on Kevin Durant. And then, of course, on the second half, got the Houston Rockets come up again, diving more into their schedule, and the Lakers, if they can keep on building off of this momentum. But you know the deal. You guys in the YouTube chat, all you guys listening to Lakers Talk Daily, we have to talk about the beautiful Pechanga Resort Casino. And you can play a perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, the official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. Skip the traffic. Head on over to Pechanga Resort Casino just off the I-15 in Temecula. Visit pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations and for more information. 100-92, the Lakers defeated the Houston Rockets to start off their brutal 6-game road trip. That game last night, what a very, very defensive, grinded out game for both teams. Lakers once again got a good scoring night from Luka Doncic. Not really efficient enough, but however, him getting 36 points, he is just continuing to build off of his performance coming off of that 50-point night. He is just on a tear right now for this Los Angeles Lakers team. And by the way, just to throw this quick golden nugget at you guys, Luka Doncic has averaged 37 points per game in his last 6 games, the most by a Laker player in a 6-game span within a season since our very own Kobe Bryant in 2011-2012. So Luka Doncic is already putting himself into the Lakers record books, and it's a good thing to see. It's good to see this Lakers offense starting to click. It's good to see the trio of LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves start to come together and start to understand and figure out the spacing aspect on the basketball court. And honestly, we could talk all we want about the offense. We could talk all we want as far as, the Lakers struggled, especially in the second half where Austin Reeves, I guarantee you Austin Reeves will not have a bad shooting performance like that. 0 for 8 from 3, 5 of 18 from the field. But what thing we have to praise is keep on being aggressive. Do not start becoming passive mode. The Lakers need Austin Reeves to be aggressive. Whether he's having a bad shooting night or whether he's having a good shooting night, Austin Reeves has to continue to keep on playing hard. And that's what JJ Redick alluded to in his post-game presser, saying, look, no matter what, you're having a bad shooting night, look at the positives, is that you're giving energy and effort. You are playing hard. And what do we always talk about when it comes to this Lakers team? Having to have full 48 minutes of energy and effort. We know in Denver Nuggets game, they did not have that. They did not have full 48 minutes because of that third quarter issues, but the Lakers were still able to build off of it and still able to not quit, not roll over, but continue to battle, continue to grind out, and get a good win against a solid Denver Nuggets team. Then you come into this Houston Rockets game where in that first half, the Rockets were able to cut, and the Lakers didn't have no response into bumping or taking guys off of their cuts. Amen Thompson, how many times we were able to see him get into his dunker spot over and over again? How many times were we able to see that? And then you keep on rolling over as far as how many times we're going to let Jabari Smith Jr. get to his bread and butter in the mid-range. And then one thing, once again, we have to give credit to JJ Redick, because what they did defensively, and this is why I tell you guys that the Houston Rockets could be a favorable matchup for the Lakers because of what? Because they struggle to score offensively. They have one guy that they rely solely heavy on, and that is Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant has the ball in his hands majority of the times. Kevin Durant is playing in a role where he's not used to being the primary ball handler and bringing the ball up to get his team into offense. Kevin Durant is normally the guy that likes to play off the ball, likes to get into his spots, meaning in the mid-range. That's his bread and butter. Then he can step out into a three-point ball. But all the energy that Kevin Durant has to exert for this Houston Rockets team is into what? Opposing teams' favor. Meaning, Houston Rockets, they can't trust nobody else to bring the ball up. Amin Thompson is not a guy to bring the ball up. Then you look at who else? You believe Tari Eason can do it? Then Jabari Smith. And I understand you guys are probably saying, well, the Rockets didn't have Alpi Şengün. They didn't have Alperen Şengün. I still believe if the Rockets did have Şengün, it's still a neck and neck game. I do believe the Lakers can go out there and still win this game against the Houston Rockets because what? Şengün struggles defensively. Houston Rockets does every single thing right as far as defense. But what the Lakers did, and this is why we have to love what they're doing defensively, is because they have a scouting report and they're following that scouting report. Meaning, as soon as Kevin Durant crossed half court, what did the Lakers do? Double team. Double team him, force him to give up the ball early, and force others to beat them. Again, I went and watched that Spurs game, and I remember I came on Lakers Talk Daily and said, this is probably a Lakers benefit, knowing that the Rockets struggle to score and knowing how Lakers have their defensive efficiencies sometimes. There's sometimes that they can get into some flaws and teams can expose it. But it has not been the case through these past couple of games. Kevin Durant ended the night with 7 turnovers. 7 turnovers. That is a testament to what the Lakers have been doing defensively. He had a great start in that first half with the Houston Rockets. A great first start. And it was one of those like, oh, Kevin Durant's getting to his bread and butter. Kevin Durant's getting to a rhythm. But you know what? That second half adjustment, Kevin Durant only had 2 points. He only was able to get up 5 shots and ended in that second half with 6 turnovers. The Lakers are doing good things defensively. And this is where I'm going to make this stance right here because we keep on moving the needle. We have been moving the needle for these past couple of Lakers games. It's okay. Let's see what they could do against the New York Knicks. All right. Let's see what they can do as far as in a good New York Knicks team. Let's see how they can start off with that. You know what? Jalen Brunson gets 7 turnovers. Then it's like, okay, they beat the New York Knicks. They handle business. The defense looked really well. Let's see if they can beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. Let's see if they're on the same level with them, knowing that the Timberwolves haven't given the Lakers trouble. No, you know what happened? Anthony Edwards gets 14 points, but he shot 2 of 15. Okay, then you know what we do now? Let's move the goalpost again. Let's go into the Denver Nuggets game. Jokic, 4 turnovers. Then you know what? Jamal Murray. Let's see if the Lakers have an answer for Jamal Murray because Jamal Murray has been a Lakers killer. No, Jamal Murray ended the night with only 5 points and 1 of 14 shooting. Okay, then once again, let's see if the Lakers can go. Let's see if they can beat the Houston Rockets and start off their 6-game road trip. And then what happens? They force Kevin Durant to have 7 turnovers in a 192 victory. The Lakers have been beaten better opponents. They've beaten the Knicks. They've beaten the Timberwolves. They've beaten the Nuggets. They've beaten the Houston Rockets. How many times are we going to keep on moving the goalposts? At this point, we got to give credit, and the Lakers are proven. They have been proven through these past couple of games that they can be contenders. Let's stop moving the goalposts. Let's actually be real. They haven't beaten these teams, and they haven't doing a great job as far as on their star players. So enough with this. All right, let's see if they can do it again. Let's see if they can beat this team. Let's see if they can beat another Western Conference opponent. No, they have been shutting us up. They've been given full 48 minutes of energy and effort. They have been more aggressive on the defensive end of the basketball court. They have been doing the right things necessary to be a better team. There's a couple clips I want to show you guys. Let's look at Marcus Smart. You have to be a lunatic to do this when you're already up and there's 40 seconds left. You have to be a lunatic to what Marcus Smart did. And this is why You are going to need him on this team. Marcus Smart, as far as so we got this clip. And look at this, right? This is Marcus Smart is pointing to DeAndre Ayton because DeAndre Ayton didn't start picking up until that fourth quarter. He's pointing to him, hey, run down the lane. There is no size on this basketball court. If you just run the lane, you can get a layup. And what did DeAndre Ayton do? He actually listened to Marcus Smart. He was pointing at him and telling him, if you run, you can get a layup right now. And what did DeAndre Ayton do? He listened. The crunk juice started to turn up. I don't know what happened. He must have sipped a little bit during one of those intermissions and was able to actually be a lot more aggressive late in that fourth quarter, which the Lakers needed, all because through a leadership and a veteran guy like Marcus Smart. Running the lane. Hey, man, stop jogging. Stop jogging and get down there. And what happens? He does. He gets a layup. Now, there's another clip I want to show you guys, and I do believe we have this. Look at this right here. Just look at this effort. He's diving on the floor when they're already up. At that time, Lakers were up by 6 or 8 points, I believe. And at that time, Houston was trying to roll the ball out because they're trying to, as soon as a player touches the ball, then the clock doesn't stop until a player touches the ball. Marcus Smart, defensive-minded guy, veteran leadership. He is diving on the floor at a time where Houston Rockets pretty much folded and were like, you know what, this game is over. But no, the game is not over for Marcus Smart. That is a tone setter. That is him saying, we are not done until the buzzer sounds off. We're going to play through the whole entire game. And that is what the Lakers have been needing. They need an edge. They need a guy who exerts all that type of stuff. LeBron trying to slow it down and all that stuff. Marcus Smart telling, no, let's keep the pressure on. Let's go, DeAndre Ayton, run your ass down the lane. Get a layup. Let's score. Let's keep on upping up the score. Let's keep on applying pressure. Let's make a statement with this win. Then him diving on the floor with 40 seconds left. That's a statement. That is a message. That is him telling his guys, hey, look, man, we got to set the tone for this 6-game road trip. We can only get better from this point on. And this is what the Lakers have been doing. We can talk all we want about LeBron James. The narrative has been LeBron, the trio, the duo of Luka and Austin Reeves. But why don't we actually just talk about this team itself? That's where I wanted to come on Lakers Talk Daily today and actually give you guys something different than always a narrative of, well, is this going to be a good fit with LeBron? Is this going to be a good fit with Luka and AR? Should LeBron James get back into the lineup? What about this? Is the offense going to look good? Is it going to be stagnant? No, let's actually talk about a lot more positives as far as the product that we have been seeing out there on the basketball court. Those are winning plays. Winning plays when you have a guy like that just exerting every single one of his will out there on the basketball court. Because DeAndre Ayton, he was real close. I'm telling you guys right now, he was real close to getting to that I know Clint Capella. Those memes were this close to get all out there on social media. But you know what? It took him a while to wake up, which is okay. Give him a little bit of slack. Took him a little bit to wake up throughout that course of the game. And then you got a guy, I'm telling you, once again, come on, let's go. Where's the energy? Where's the effort? And he brought that late in the fourth quarter where what happened? The Lakers were struggling to shoot the ball. Layup after layup missed. Austin Reeves not knocking down his three-point ball. Luka Doncic getting to his spot, shot not falling. LeBron James trying to get to the basket, missing layups. And then DeAndre Ayton being the cleanup man when you're right there at the right spot and you're actually being there for an offensive rebound. Oh, what happens? The ball falls in your hands because you're in the right spot and you're engaged. And then you get a dunk to increase the lead. Again, this is what JJ Redick is doing. He's letting his guys go out there. He's letting his guys figure it out, knowing that he can make minor tweaks, knowing that he can make the right adjustments. And he has been proving that. Remember, we talked about it. Beat the Knicks, and they did. Beat the Timberwolves, and they did. Beat the Nuggets, and they did. Beat the Rockets, and they did. So how many times we're going to keep on doing this with the needle and moving the goalpost? No, let's be consistent here. Because if they would have lost one of those games, it would be a different story. But they keep on coming right from the start, and they're actually playing good basketball. Basketball that is enjoyable to watch. So with that being said, let's kind of slow down a little bit. Let's get back a little bit of rhythm. Let my partners. I've been trying to give you guys a quick word before we talk about more of this Lakers team on the second half.
At Pechanga Resort Casino, you can rock and roll, sip and slide, twist and shout. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Indian gaming sponsor of the Lakers.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Lakers Talk Daily. 6-game winning streak, for the Los Angeles Lakers after a 100-92 victory over the Houston Rockets. Now, once again, we talk about this playoffs coming around. It's literally right around the corner. Lakers are still right there in the third seed. And if the standings could possibly stay, if the Lakers end up beating the Houston Rockets again on Wednesday, all of a sudden we probably see the Houston Rockets falling into the sixth seed. And I know the Lakers didn't have a good shooting night. And I know they only had 100 points. The Lakers haven't put up over 100 and over 105, over 110 points through these past couple of games. But if they do end up getting a matchup like the Houston Rockets, I'm telling you guys right now, not saying that they're going to just go out there and win outright. It's still going to be tough. The Houston Rockets are a very tough physical team, and it shows right there on the basketball court. But what they were able to do against Kevin Durant and blitz him, literally, because the Rockets were able to get away with that against other teams. But the Lakers and JJ Redick and their coaching staff, they did their homework. They did their homework as far as, all right, let's see what's out there on the basketball court with this Houston Rockets team. All right, they don't have Şengün. This gives even more reason to blitz. And honestly, I don't know what the hell the Houston Rockets were doing. They have a lot of guys out there just player watching and ball watching, which what we did as Lakers, which we would get frustrated when we would watch guys just stand on the perimeter and watch Luka Doncic go to work, or stand on the perimeter and try to watch Austin Reeves go one-on-one. You see why it's important to actually have guys move without the basketball? Do you see why it's important for guys to be there at the right spot? Because when you're a Rockets team like that, again, credit to the Lakers and their defense, because we got to love the way the Lakers defense has been playing. You're able to do that. You're able to blitz a guy like Kevin Durant and force others to beat you. And the Houston Rockets, that is not what they want to do. They want an ugly, grinded out game. They really want to make the game ugly. They want to force turnovers. They want to get out and run. And credit to the Lakers for making Kevin Durant have 7 turnovers. He is in a role where he is not comfortable with being that primary guy. I get it. They don't have Fred VanVleet. I get it. They didn't have Alperen Şengün, who possibly could be playing on Wednesday. But once again, the defense has been something that we have been real critical on the Lakers. And all they've been doing through these past couple of games has been making the necessary adjustments to be successful on that end of the court. They're not this top 5 rated defensive team. They still have some things that they could work on in certain possessions. But all we ask is to what? Build off it, get better, understand. And they have been doing. There was a clip, I'm sorry, I don't think I have this. I didn't get this clip for you guys, but there was a clip and they played it as far as LeBron James in the huddle communicating. And it was in that clip as far as when he tried to drive on him on the right side, and Aiden did a good job of keeping him in front, and he ended up getting a block shot. Do you know what that message was previously before we saw that play? It was them in the huddle and LeBron James legit communicating with them and telling them, hey, if you keep him on this side and keep him this way, it might be difficult for him to try to make a shot like that. And what happens? Aiden listened. He took that advice, carried it over on the basketball court, and good things are happening. When you have a team that is bought in and they're communicating and they're shifting all their energy and focus of playing better full 48 minutes of basketball, results have been showing. Now, as far as JJ Redick and as far as what he has been doing, there's been some stuff as far as what he said post game, and I want to kind of get your guys' thoughts on this as far as him saying. I know the narrative with LeBron James. I know the narrative is kind of getting a little bit tired because the Lakers haven't playing better basketball than keep on talking about this. But this is something that is very, very interesting as far as JJ Redick saying it's better if LeBron James is the third option. The best thing for our team is LeBron being the third highest used player. Let me say that one more time. JJ Redick says it's better if LeBron James is a third option. The best thing for our team is LeBron being the third highest used player. Now, you must be asking, why is that a good thing? Because you have seen the way the offense has been going. Because with that Chicago Bulls game, it was good. Put up 142 points, let Luka Doncic eat, let Austin Reeves get his, and LeBron James. If LeBron James is your third best option, and he could be able to pick apart a, someone else's third best option, and it's probably a guy who's not really a defensive minded guy. If LeBron James is able to pick that apart, and all of a sudden he's able to get into lanes and still be able to kick out to Luka and Austin Reeves, that is a winning mindset, and that is something that could be very useful. Because if JJ Redick is going out there and saying this stuff, and he's having these conversations with LeBron James, to tell him, hey, look, we can get the most out of the season if you're able to do X, Y, and Z. If you're able to challenge yourself and still be a good defender, something that we're going to need you as far as when playoffs come around. And then also understanding that if we get Luka Doncic and put him in the right spots and let him be able to offload and get him find him some space to create for others, then we have something else cooking. But if you're also in a spot where you don't need the ball in your hands and you can still be very, very helpful and let Austin Reeves get his touches, all of a sudden we have something different. We're even seeing Lakers get out in transition and running lanes like they did last night, getting out there, getting lobs, getting alley-oops. They're playing different basketball that we weren't accustomed to this first half of the season. And it's so crazy how the narrative has been changing. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys. I came in here every single episode before the Lakers went on this 6-game winning streak, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if this team has it. This might be a gap year. They don't have the right pieces. They're going to need to focus on the offseason. I was. And I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I did not believe that this team could contend in the Western Conference. I thought the ceiling was going to be a first-round exit, if I'm being really, really honest with you guys. But if they're able to carry this, and again, playoffs are a different dynamic. Remember, the whistle changes. Referees allow guys to play. Teams start to zero in, especially in a 7-game series. The scouting report comes to a halt. And if they can carry this and bring it towards the playoffs, then it might be something different. It might. But if LeBron James, once again, is your third best, if he's your third guy, and JJ Redick wants him to be his third option, and you allow Luka Doncic to be in a pick and roll game. Now, I do believe there's sometimes Luka Doncic can get a little trigger happy, meaning his step back threes, because I do believe he has the craftiness to get to the free throw line a lot. And again, depending on what the matchups is like, depending on how the scouting report and how other teams defend, well, if he's able to create and get into his lanes, and all of a sudden they collapse, and he's able to kick out to Austin Reeves, and he's able to create, or then if you have LeBron James in a different unit, all of a sudden we have the different style of a Lakers team. Now, again, those three can play good, but we have to still keep on giving praises to who? DeAndre Ayton. Again, I was very, very critical with him. I was like, which Ayton are we going to get tonight? And he's been playing really, really well through these past couple of games. Last night, he didn't wake up till late in that fourth quarter, which it shows that the Lakers needed that spark, and they needed that. But they're going to need Luke Kennard. They're going to need him to keep on shooting the rock and not be passive. Being able to do that and withstand that and be able to still get into his driving lanes, shoot that 1-dribble pull-up, and shoot the ball when you are open because you have the ultimate green light. And then for Rui, if the Lakers can get consistency out of Rui Hachimura, which, once again, he is one of those, what type of Rui we're going to get? Are we going to get a Rui Hachimura that's going to get 6 points? Or are we going to get a Rui Hachimura that's getting in between 12 to 15 points, but it's good basketball moves? It's getting to the 1-dribble pull-up or knocking down the open three-point ball. This is where the Lakers are at, and we were very, very critical as far as who can they trust besides the trio. Now you're starting to see role players elevate themselves. And once again, it starts on what end of the basketball court. If you play good defense and you're able to play hard for full 48 minutes, results will show. So let's go on. Let's see what you guys are saying in the YouTube chat, man. Because I know you guys have been very, very critical as far as this Lakers team, as far as how you guys are feeling, but there's been a lot of positives. with the guys in this Lakers Talk Daily YouTube chat, and I'm very, very happy to see this. And it's good because we always are negative, as we should be, because the basketball that they were playing before the 6 game winning streak was not good. Now, now we're seeing guys being bought in and seeing guys actually change their rules and change in a way that helps, aka LeBron James. Again, he's not playing a Draymond Green role. He still needs to be LeBron James, but if he has an understanding of getting others more and more involved and letting them get their touches and him understanding that he's going to get his, we have a different Lakers team. So Kyle Cruz says, DeAndre, I don't want to be a downer because the Lakers are definitely showing they are a contender. But I feel there's still a ceiling for me. OKC and San Antonio are going to be waiting. Now, this is very, very good. I'm glad you brought this up, Kyle Cruz, to finish off these last 5 minutes of Lakers Talk Daily. Now, OKC, we talk about them every single time. We talk about what they have in their roster and how good they are. Shea, Jalen Williams, who has not been playing much this season. Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hardenstein, Kason Wallace, Lou Dort. Like, they got a legit team. And they are proving that they're still top in the Western Conference. Now, is a ceiling Lakers, if they end up matching up with the Oklahoma City Thunder, is that a scenario where the Lakers could actually win? Being honest, probably not, just because of the way Oklahoma City plays and the way that the style is. Now, if you tell me the Lakers get matched up with the San Antonio Spurs, who have been playing really, really good basketball, and this is where I get into, I say Lakers as far as Houston Rockets is a favorable matchup. The Spurs game is not a favorable matchup. However, Lakers could find themselves potentially giving the Spurs a real run for the money. Again, like everyone likes to say, a puncher's chance, because San Antonio can get into a point where they struggle to shoot the basketball. They rely solely heavy on a lot of transition. They rely solely heavily on their defense and leading defense into offense. If you keep that team and keep guys in front, which Lakers have been doing, stats have been showing, keeping Anthony Edwards 2 out of 15 on shooting, Jamal Murray struggling. And if you're able to keep that, and remember, Wemby is a different type of talent. That dude is on a whole different level. But if you keep him in the perimeter and force him to be a 3-point shooting guy, different story. It's the others around that you have to worry about. And if they can't get their shots falling, which the Spurs do struggle, all of a sudden Lakers find themselves in a Houston Rockets position where if they struggle shooting and the Lakers are able to knock down shots because the Lakers got a lot of open looks, then it's a series that is going to be a little different. Am I saying right now, let me tell you guys one more time, I'm not saying Lakers are going to beat the Spurs. I say that they could give them a puncher's chance, if only depending on can the Lakers knock down shots and if their defense can keep on rolling. Now, to move on, as far as what else you guys are saying, Brian says the chat just keeps it real. Team is playing great now for the most part. Yeah, we have to keep it real. And we are keeping it real when it comes to them and this Lakers team. Just to read one more before we kind of cap off the Lakers Talk Daily episode. Appreciate you guys always tuning in. Mike says, anything can happen in the postseason, which is very, very true. We've seen a lot of series. We've seen a lot of things, how they've been going down as far as teams actually being surprised and playing at the right time, in the right place, meaning the Pacers. As far as last year, and I get it, Eastern Conference is very, very different from the Western Conference. But the players were playing, the Pacers were playing well at the right time, and it showed because everybody was able to elevate their game once the playoff time came around. Now with this Lakers team, if they can just keep up this defense, because offense, remember, we always talk about this, offense is never an issue with this team. If they can keep up this defense and actually carry it over to the postseason, we have a different Lakers team. But to finish this off, I thought this was a fire one. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Lakers are on a 6-game winning streak. They are the 3rd seed in the Western Conference. They have the Houston Rockets again tomorrow. This is a real playoff scenario that we really got here. Day off in between. They got the Houston Rockets again tomorrow. Can they keep the same? And again, Houston Rockets are going to make adjustments. They're probably not going to have Kevin Durant bring the ball up. I assume that they're going to try to do things a little different. If they don't, then that's just dumb on their end, and that's a lot of blame to their coaching staff because they did not make adjustments at all in that game last night compared to what the Lakers did. Let's see what is going to happen. Can the Lakers carry this momentum and keep on playing inspiring and good basketball? The 6-game road trip only gets harder and a lot more difficult. Let's see what the Lakers can do. For myself and my crew in the back running it on the social team, appreciate you guys. And you guys in the YouTube chat, thank you as always for always tuning in to Lakers Talk Daily. I will be talking to you guys tomorrow. Your boy is out.